Hello and welcome to another Wineword Italy review. Today it's October the 2nd, but the temperatures are like August, much the same I believe as in the United Kingdom. Today I'm going to look at two wines produced by Donnafugata. This is a large winery based in southwestern Sicily in the town of Marsala. The wines are produced in two distinct growing areas. First of all, 260 hectares, that is 642 acres of vineyards at Contessa Anthìlia. I'll show you that on the map. This shows a portion of the southwest corner of Sicily. Up here is Marsala, and Contessa Anthìlia is inland. It's right on the edge of the map. It's right here. Okay. They also own a further 68 hectares, that is 168 acres, spread over 11 different sites on the small island of Anthilia, which lies off the south coast of Sicily. These particular vineyards in Anthilia produce mainly the Zibibbo, which is the Moscato d'Alessandria grape, which is white, very aromatic, and is used especially to produce Moscato type wines, aromatic, sweet. Also the Anthilia Passito, which is a marvellous concoction. However, the two wines I'm looking at today are produced from grapes grown on mainland Sicily. The first is called Anthilia. Here it is. It is a Catarratto and Ansonica based white. It's a Sicilia IGP, in this case 2010, and the name is the Roman word for Entella, which is where the vineyards are located. Okay, let's think a little bit about the grapes as I'm opening it. First of all, the Catarratto grape. Well, it's one of the most common varieties in Sicily. Described as early as 1696 by Cupani, so it's mentioned a long time ago. Prolific but inconsistent cropping vine, but it's fairly resistant to disease, so all things considered it weighs up quite well. All over Sicily it grows, but particularly in Trapani province. The Ansonica, the other major ingredient in this wine, is another white variety, mainly grown in Sicily, but you can also find it in Sardinia, on the island of Elba, and in northern Lazio coast, and one or two places in Calabria as well. The name in Sicilian is Inzolia, and this may have come from the French word, possibly introduced, the grape introduced by the Normans, because the word sori in French, Old French, means golden. That's the colour of the grapes. Other white grapes are blended with these two major ingredients depending on the year. The grapes are soft pressed, and they are fermented in temperature controlled vats, bottle aged for at least 2 months before going on sale. So it's generally a young, fresh wine. Okay, now this particular one, 2010, although it was grown during a rather wet and cool year, not cold, apparently it's well balanced and fruity and minerally, but let's get some in the glass and see for ourselves. 12.5, in fact 12.32% alcohol by volume. You should serve it at 9 to 11 degrees. This one has been sitting in the fridge since early this morning, trying to combat the incredibly high temperatures we have here today. So I hope it's cooled down enough. So let's have a look at the colour. It's a very pale straw yellow, verging towards the greenish. It's a very light colour. I'm getting wonderful aromas already. Well, let's talk about those in just a moment. Here it is. So, Anthilia is a Sicilian IGP 2010 Bianco. Let's have a get the nose in. And before when I was just washing it around the glass there, I could get the sense. White fruit, pears. I mean, I'm surrounded here by pear orchards, and at the moment, those that are not being kept and not being sold are lying on the ground. They're starting to ferment. The smell is almost identical. So pears, there certainly are. Maybe white peach. And there's something a little bit more. Citrus there. Could be grapefruit. Almost a hint of bitterness. There's a bitter smell of grapefruit, but rather marvellous. Okay, so it's a very, very fruity, young, light sensation on the nose. Let's get a taste going. Cin-cin. Wow. Not as light as the taste would suggest. It's surprisingly full. It's fruity. It's floral. It's not too dry. Well, that's very, very drinkable indeed. My goodness. Pleasantly mineral too. Some interesting mineral taste, but that's not too heavy. Not too dry. It's light, it's fruity, it's floral, it's all things you would expect in a lovely, lovely summer warm day wine. Why not? Okay, what would I put with this to eat? Seafood in general, particularly shellfish, would be a treat. Smoked fish, anchovies, pasta dishes, or tuna salad, or one particular recipe recommended on the site of Donnafugata, shrimps or small prawns in a peppers, that's bell peppers, and Parmesan cheese sauce. Sounds absolutely splendid, and if I visualise the aromas that would come from that dish and put them with this, we couldn't go far wrong. So there it is, wine number 1, Donnafugata Anthìlia Sicilia IGP Bianco 2010. Light, fresh, fruity, but a good flavour and absolutely ideal with your fish or light pasta dish. Cin-cin. Okay, wine number 2 today, again from Donnafugata, is their Sedàra, which is a Sicilia IGP Rosso. In this case, it is a 2009. It is made mainly from Nero d'Avola, but blended with a selection of other red varieties. The grapes are vinified in stainless steel vats for 10 days, maturated with their skins, and then after fermentation the wine matures in cement tanks for about 9 months. It's then bottle matured, bottle refined for a further 3 months, so at least a year before it comes to table. So, without any more ado, let's get it open and see what it's all about. So I have yet to visit Sicily. I've lived here for 11 years in Italy, and I still to visit the island of Sicily. I have seen it from the Calabrian coast. I have flown over it on the way to Malta, but I haven't yet to set foot on that island. And there are plenty of wonderful, wonderful wines, wine producers, vineyards, cantina to visit, so I've really got no excuse not to get there. This particular producer makes, I think, 14 wines, and maybe 14 wines, or maybe 14 products, and 4 varieties of grape. So that would be a major trek, tasting all the wines and the grappas at the same time. Ooh, right. Well, well, well. That's a pleasant start. Okay, so here it is, Sedàra. Let's pop some in the glass. Have a look at it. Oh my goodness. That's very interesting. That's 2009. It's not particularly old, mature wine, but already the colour there splendid alcohol rising up the glass quite nicely, arcing there. But the colour, yes, it's a ruby red, but it's not the deep, deep colours I'm more familiar with the northern Italian grapes. It's a nice dark red, but it's got a lot of garnet in there. It's a lovely warm colour. I've got the sun behind the camera and it's coming through there. It is a beautiful sight. Oh, but let's not look at it. 13% alcohol, should be served 16 degrees, 18 degrees, maybe 20, but it's probably a little bit warmer than that, so apologies to Anna and all at Donnafugata if I'm doing it a disservice. However, let's see. Oh, that makes you want to close your eyes and float away. Red fruits. Absolutely huge hit of red fruits. And warm spices, there's kind of vanilla, perhaps cinnamon, maybe even a gingery touch in there. It's a real fruity, spicy, oh, it's almost like a cocktail. Well, 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 mouth-watering stuff. So let's see if that follows through into the taste, as I'm sure it will. Cin-cin to all in Sicily, wherever you are watching Wineword Italy. Here we go. Sedàra, Donnafugata 2010. I've got to go to Sicily. I really have. You know, I've tried different wines made from the Nero d'Avola. This is up there. Really is. That's very, very pleasant. Getting the fruits, blackberries. Should be a kind of autumn idea right now. It's October, but it feels like midsummer. Cherries, certainly black cherries, really dark, delightfully strong flavoured ones. It's all in there. And it's nicely long lasting too. It's not a passing moment. The taste remains. Wonderful wine to have at a party or a barbecue. It's not a you know, an ancient, matured, carefully drink slowly after dinner wine. I mean, it's a drinking wine. Go very nicely as well as your barbecue with meat-based pasta dish. Baked pasta, why not? Or to go for something a little bit more Sicilian. Again, this is a suggestion from the website of Donnafugata. It's not my creativity creeping in. Lightly grilled fresh tuna. Tuna is a native fish in the waters around Sicily, and so if you can manage to get hold of some from your Sicilian fish supplier or even your supermarket, fresh tuna, lightly grilled, not heavily cooked, not in a deep sauce, just lightly grilled fresh tuna, and a glass of this to round it off, and well, certainly Don somebody is probably your uncle. It's been a great pleasure. Thanks again to Anna Ruini and all of the team at Donnafugata. I met Anna at Terroir Vino in Geneva, and she stayed in contact on and off throughout, and then finally she sent me a couple of bottles. I'm hoping for a few more. We can but ask. Cin-cin. I'll see you very soon on another edition of Wineword Italy Reviews. Bye-bye.